세계 최고의 배드민턴 선수들이 모이는 2025년 세계 개인 배드민턴 선수권 대회가 프랑스 파리에서 개최되었습니다. 이번 대회는 8월 25일부터 31일까지 7일 동안 파리올림픽 경기장이었던 아디다스 아레나에서 열리게 되는데요. 이 대회는 세계 배드민턴 연맹이 주관하는 최상급 국제대회로서 배드민턴 개인전 세계 챔피언을 가리는 권위 있는 대회입니다. 경기는 남자 단식, 여자 단식, 남자 복식, 여자 복식, 혼합 복식 총 5개 종목으로 진행되며 세계 각국 최정예 선수들이 모두 출전합니다. 안세영, 심유진 선수는 여자 단식 대표로 출전했는데요. 8강전에서 우리 두 선수 간의 맞대결이 펼쳐졌습니다. 우리 선수들 중 한 명이 떨어져야 하는 아쉬운 상황이 벌어진 겁니다. 세계 랭킹 1위인 안세영 선수의 우세가 예상되었지만 종종 상위 랭커들을 잡아내며 대회 이변을 만들어냈던 심유진 선수였기 때문에 결과를 예측하기는 쉽지 않았습니다. 게다가 서로를 너무나도 잘 아는 사이였기에 경기 예측은 더욱 알 수 없었는데요. 안세영, 심유진 선수의 8강전 경기 장면 함께 보시겠습니다.
Result, she had to beat Wang Zhiyi on the way to that. She dispatched Yu Pianqian, who had a good week here this week. She comfortably beat Nadira, and it wasn't until Chen Yufei met her that she went out in the semis. But that was a really good week, and it was Sim Yu-jin who
Okuhara, I think it was, that she played, right?
Well, it was China.
Oh, sorry, China, excuse
me. Wang Zhiyi.
Wang Zhiyi, yeah.
And we know how one of the matches in the middle there, He Bingjiao and Kim Gae-yeon, was where you and I almost leapt down the stands with excitement. Or was that the semi-final, perhaps, that we got a bit excited? Yeah, I mean, she's got a chance here today, but it's a slim chance because An Se-young is dominating women's mixed doubles, yes. Women's doubles, Tan and Liu, yes, but those guys have only
been covering badminton. Bobby, have you seen anyone dominate their particular or singles, should we say?
Championship gold medals too. So, but in women's singles, it's been a little while.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some great players that have. It's different. And then world championship medals, and then perhaps you'd argue about being world number one. Lift was a little bit short, the initial one from Sim. Is that much difference in the conditions between courts 1 and 2 today? I'm not sure, but the drift has been changing throughout the week significantly last night. I was speaking to Thomas Junior Popov at the hotel after his match last night. He sat and really having to work hard at the moment here with these conditions.
So that was court 1, by the way. And it's quite steep. Sure, even things like that make a difference.
Yeah, the volume of air. I mean, I've been very lucky enough to hit on the main courts at certain events, and I remember the first time I did an exhibition thing during the All England.
That's why it's so key to try and get a little bit of time in these halls. But even that can change.
These players, especially An Se-young, though, will be a lot more used to that than many, because they have to travel the world.
Of course, this was the venue of An Se-young's crown. It's been an interesting year. She's come through a lot of adversity since then to really put on a fantastic 2025 for us.
I think it was offering her millions, somewhere near £10 million for a 4-year deal or something like that, and she's thinking about the longevity of her career, and yeah, she's in a good place. You can tell that sort of decision puts her in a good...
Now, Bobby, here's the question that I'm going to ask that probably every player that ever comes up against An Se-young would, want to know the answer to. Where?
And as quality of player with ultimate footwork, and as somebody like a Chen Yufei or a Wang Zhiyi is next level. She's so balanced, so poised, so quick off the mark. Her racket skills are brilliant. If she wanted to, she could be playing sort of trick shots and double actions almost every rally. She's hard to break down. When you think you've got on top of her, a bit like playing Yamaguchi, it comes back, she'll dive, it'll come back. She liked it, An Se-young, which is odd because she's got so much quality. It might be that An Se-young decided to start the match on the faster end. She's got the drift with her, which makes things a bit more difficult because she was very definite.
I'd quite like to have seen peak Tai Tzu-Ying versus peak An Se-young.
A few years back, it would have been a good game.
Oh,
That's the sort of defence. There
was a match in 2023, the quarterfinals of the Korea Open, where Sim got 7 and 6. And at least in this game could happen still.
Yeah, and Sim Yoo-jin's 3 years older, so an 18-year-old playing a 15-year-old at the time in Europe.
Shows, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's just how quick a study An Se-young is. Under weather, with the score being so one-sided, there is certain risk of injury.
Oof.
Yeah, just going back to your points, that's probably the match in the women's singles that I've been wanting to watch again. The matchup with Chen Yufei, which
10 game points here for. And watching the second game here, Sim Yoo-jin completely outplayed.
As in, I don't want to be behind in the game, even if it's only one love at the very start.
Is that
point?
It's always interesting to see a challenge that early on. First time.
Taking the pace up slightly there, An Se-young. Hit out the back with sort of uncharacteristic error gone out as well. It's a good rally.
Yeah, Spot says about as long a rally as we've had so far.
An Se-young dictating still.
Anywhere near as impressive. Anyone not.
The Super 1000 Grand Slam in a single year, having won Indonesia, Malaysia and the All England, and lost out to Chen Yufei in the quarters, or was it Wang Zhiyi?
Wang Zhiyi, I think it was.
Yeah, that's right, in the final.
Joe were also on it, and also they stumbled in China.
Great defence from An Se-young. And again, difficult positions to be in, stretching, and still finds decent quality, good net shots and a great length, hundreds or even lower level tournaments. When you're playing somebody with the quality of An Se-young, I don't think she'll be thinking about how comfortable she is. Had a pretty good draw, Tungjung yesterday in the round of 16, and perhaps not the most
Should be out. We're in 2023. It's just not helping your cause. Very good crowd in here, I must say, with no French players on display.
Dominant performance. Nice. She's been just superb today.
14 match points for An Se Young.